Good morning, y'all. I'm looking extra shiny this morning. Hope y'all doing good. Let's get into another joint or two before we start the show. Let's go. Cymarshall show.
This one's for America.
This one's for America. Good morning, y'all.
Our beautiful home.
Let's go.
Well, it's your beautiful home. Feels like I'm not even wanted here. You know what that feels like? Probably not. Another black body on the ground, hear the police sirens. They squeeze iron out of fear, they never cease firing. It's like murdering black men became a requirement. We see it frequently happening, that's why we riot it. These liars mentally require rewiring. Once hung us from trees preaching we don't need violence. Bring the violence, you paranoid how brothers respond. Check your history, America's got blood on his palms. When you were raised around crime, you gon' react when someone's gonna blast you. Of course you gonna get nervous with guns pointed at you. Our justice system suffers major flaws. I mean, who died and made you God? What gives you the right to decide on my lifespan because you feel threatened? And threats are only words if I'm standing without a weapon. You were trained to restrain me in the physical encounter. Instead, you'd rather kill and strike a prison pose around us, yet you scream that black youth are never listening, you dig? See, that boy was only 12, you put a pistol to his
Come
head.
on.
Put a bullet in his skull, bullets riddling his ribs. But the law says I can't physically discipline my kids or label me a bad parent who doesn't display patience. You kill our babies and receive a paid vacation. We don't believe in your system, too many wrong verdicts. Ain't it a shame we get blamed for our own murders? Black bodies on the ground, laying lifeless and cold. Our death is justified, so our story's untold. It's a fight for our life and the rights that we owe. Maybe it's because we can't be controlled. All I see is brown bodies on the ground, laying lifeless and cold. Our death is justified, so our story's untold. It's a fight for our life and the rights that we owe. Maybe it's because we can't be controlled.
How can you respect the people who you have mistreated worse than dogs for 400 years? And every time you turn around, they want to know if we can all get along.
Wake up, 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 wake up.
Your mistreatment of minorities is pitiful and cold. Just as videos have shown us, but little do we know
Come on.
that's permissible when dealing with us folks. Just to think that Jim Crow was less than 2 senior citizens ago. I seen America boycotts violent video games, but stand silent when we die and nobody's feeling our pain. This angry feeling remains. They call us hypocrites cause we don't protest when niggas kill other niggas for chains. I'd explain to you with this plain answer. Why would a street dude and boys in blue ever be held to the same standard? I pled my case but felt the court was ignoring me. Question: when was the U.S. a moral authority? Ask the Native Americans, ask the slaves that were whipped to their bloody, ask the victims of the syphilis studies, ask the women who were forcefully sterilized by the state, ask Black Wall Street how much money they generate that became the center of hate. How do you define justice? Said fuck our human rights. The next week you yell and trust us. You cowards bluffing, arrogant fools. You don't batter
Angie,
nothing.
what up? I see you.
Kill
Let's
everyone
go.
that's a threat to your power structure. Never admit to who the government's wrong. Call me a radical if I'm mad and won't trust you for long. Don't expect all of us to be peaceful, southern and calm. America, you got blood in your palms. All I see is black bodies on the ground, laying lifeless and cold. Our death is justified, so our story's untold. It's a fight for our life and the rights that we owe. Maybe it's because we can't be controlled. All I see is brown bodies on the ground, laying lifeless and cold. Our death is justified, so our story's untold. It's a fight for our life and the rights that we owe. Maybe it's because we can't be controlled. All I see is black bodies on the ground.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
And on that note, shit. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Blessed morning, beautiful morning, grand rising, excellent morning, spectacular, euphoric, a nirvana type of morning, a morning full of all the possible lovely energies that the universe could provide us with. I'm feeling really good this morning. I'm feeling exceptionally well. This weekend I had a very productive weekend. I got a little bit of everything done, and I'm very very happy with myself. Sometimes you gotta give yourself a pat on the back just in case nobody's doing it for you. Got the 2-hand joint. So today we got a dope ass show. We got my boy coming on to the show, Darius. I've known this brother since, I want to say, the 5th grade. So we have history. We have full history. He's one of my good friends. One of the best people I've ever known in my life. One of the most genuine people. A lot of the times I say Cancers and Scorpios are my favorite people. He's a Cancer, so when I think of Cancers, I kind of think of people like him. The water signs, I love the water signs. Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios. We usually, go like this. Anyhow, we got Darius later on the show. We're going to interview him about dad life, basketball, his beard, the bearded villains, the crew he's down with, and just, get into the mind of Darius. I said to someone the other day, I want to start interviewing more people that don't necessarily, like, I don't want to have to interview you just because you're an artist. I don't want to interview you just because you're a teacher. I don't want to interview you just because you're a chef. From now on, I think I want to interview people who deserve to be interviewed. Just, that's it. That's the prerequisite. Interesting people who have something to say, who I know are genuine and earnest and have something that people can learn from, their perspective, their insight. So instead of like me going out and trying to find a celebrity to bring on the show, no, I want to interview you, like the regular people, because you deserve to be interviewed. Just because you're not like a hip hop artist doesn't mean like you don't have a great perspective or something great to say. So the brother I'm bringing on today, he's a really good dude. His heart is the best thing that I've ever known about him. And that's what I wanted to show you guys today. So we're going to have Darius on the show later on today. Doing a lot of talking. I like to start with the prayer. Let's start with the prayer. And then I'll get into the talking. Let's bless this Monday morning. Monday, May 24th. Stay with me, y'all. Here we go. Universal gods, multiversal gods, great architect, God, Jah! The Most High, cosmic intelligence, great architect, the all overseeing. Thank you for allowing myself and my listeners, my viewers, to wake up today full of love and positive energy in their heart. Thank you for perspective. Thank you for open-mindedness. Thank you for our health, our spiritual awareness. Thank you for our beautiful, flourishing relationships and any type of relationship. It could be the relationship with the earth, moon, and stars. It could be a relationship with your significant other. It could be a relationship with your best friend. Just thank you for continued flourishing relationships. Thank you for our healthy hearts, brains, lungs, livers, kidneys, pancreases, colons, our healthy skin, our healthy lifestyles. Thank you for good, nutritious food. Thank you for black seed oil, for moringa tea, things of this nature. Elderberries. Universal God, thank you for laughter. Thank you for joy. And thank you for today. Thank you for blessing all my listeners and them having a great week. We're going to have a great week because the Universal God knows that we are highly favored. And I'm saying you're highly favored. Universal God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are blessed. We may now eat. I hope you guys pray before you eat your food. That's one thing that I always do. And I found that when I pray before I eat my food, I might have said it on the show before, but I'll never stop saying it. My food tastes better. It's like I'm transferring the energy of the universal love into my food. So you better watch out now. What y'all know about this? So, we're going to have Darius on the show very soon. I told him to join at 6:15. Usually I like to get into my little 10 minutes of talking before the host join, but I suppose we can talk about this. The show today is called How You Lose to Win. How You Lose to Win. I want to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. And I was just thinking about everything being perspective, and I feel like the people who gain the most in life are ironically the people who lose the most in life. And we're going to talk about this all throughout the show. I'm going to sprinkle it out. through the show, but I definitely want to talk about, like, do you really lose friends? Do you really lose anything in a relationship when the relationship is gone? When you hurt yourself, when you lose, let's say, a job, did you really lose anything? We're going to talk about it. We're going to examine these things in a lot of different ways because I have a lot to say on the matter. I have a lot to say on the matter because I tend to feel that my brother. Wait, I'm always late with the damn applause. Let me find my applause out this piece. Here we go. My brother D Lump. Nah, so far I don't hear you. Let me take a seat for this one. Peace, brother. So far I don't hear you.
Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you for coming on, D.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yo.
Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Good morning. I just finished, I don't know if you were listening to the show before you joined, but I just finished kind of bigging you up and telling everybody how such of a great guy you are.
Well, I appreciate that. I missed it. Like I said, this is new for me, so automatically you're bringing me into something new. So I was trying to figure out how to work everything, but I did see you come up on the YouTube, like the actual notification, since I am subscribed to the channel.
Dope. So, my topic for today's show was how you lose to win, and us being both sports guys, I know that we've felt several pains of losses as far as sports goes in our lives. So I think it's a good topic to have you on because I know from playing with you certain sports, I know you don't like losing. I know I don't like losing, but
right.
In your older years, I would bet you have a great perspective on what losing has taught you.
Oh, absolutely. And it's actually not even involving sports. It's life. At 20 years old, I lost my best friend, my idol, the dude that I, for lack of a better word, thought was God. You know what I'm saying? Like I chased this guy around and I didn't know me. I was too busy trying to be him. And that's my brother, Damon.
Right.
He died. Yeah, absolutely. He died in 2002. And, that was the biggest loss for me in my life. And I had no choice but to rebound from that, even though I had a great, solid foundation with my family and all that. That it almost kind of didn't matter because I didn't know how to live because I was chasing him. So in order for me to find myself, I had to lose him. Right.
That is chill. That's deep as hell.
Yeah.
Wow, that's how you starting the show, Darius?
Oh yeah.
No, it's super deep. Yo, oh man, you have me speechless. You know what I was thinking this morning? It's funny you started like that. Because something that I've never said out loud, and I'll say it to you because I'm grown up now, and I can accept how I was back then. How old were you when Damon passed away?
I was 20 years old.
You're 20 years old, so I was probably 20 years old too. I was, young and immature. Damon was such a good dude. Damon, I felt like he always had an aura around him of love.
Absolutely.
Like it's funny that the people you meet in your life and you never really forget her energy. I haven't felt Damon's energy in mad long, but I can literally remember when I was about to get into a fight in 7th grade or 7th or 8th grade, and Damon for some reason was at the school and he stopped the fight.
Wow.
Like, brought love in between it, like literally it was him. To be specific, I won't even it was with Omar Brimage. That's that's my guy.
Yeah.
We're cool now.
Yeah.
But we was about to get into it after school. But
I remember Omar, yeah.
Damon was there and he came between us and he was just like, yo, y'all young black brothers need to piece it up. So he's been, shout out to
awesome.
Damon.
Obviously I've never heard that story, but that's great, man. And that's like you hit the nail on the head. Like his aura, he stepped in the room, you knew he was there, and that's pretty much throughout whoever dealt with him knows that. So that's the absolute truth.
So you said you had to lose Damon to find yourself. That's a hell of a way to start because you know what? I once had a relationship that I lost with my children's mother. But at the time, I certainly had to lose that relationship to find myself. And although that was the most harshest, trying, hurtful time in my life, beyond me losing my own dad, so I feel you on that. I learned so much. I just, thank you. But, I just became so much more because it taught me that I could do things alone.
Yes.
So yeah, that's dope. That's dope for you. I'm sharing that. But, let's get into your interview. It's all about you, my brother.
All right, cool.
Where did I put these questions though? Well, luckily I emailed them to you as well. Yo, thank you so much for waking up this morning. I know I think you had a day off or something. So
yeah. It's actually not that bad, man, because I go to work pretty early in the morning, so being up at 6 is nothing. So.
You know what? I decided to start the show because I know there are early risers like us, and I just felt like a lot of people who were doing podcasts were saturating that evening spot. So I wanted to do it in the morning. But
smart.
Thank you, my guy. But to start out, so my brother, longtime friend, please tell people who you are, what you do, and what you represent.
My name is Darius Lumpkin. That is my government name, but most people know me as Lump, or D-Lump, or whatever, various different ways to throw my first initial and my last name in there. And I'm just a really simple guy, man. I'm about my family. I'm about my friends. I'm about just being a decent, productive member of society. I know a lot of people say, when I say I ain't really nothing to nothing or something like that, a lot of people say, no, don't say that. But that's just the way I view myself. That's just how I'm just very humble, and I'm just out here just going through life just like most people. So I fall in that big category of where most people sit. Some people sit really low, some people sit really high, but the vast majority sit, in the middle. That's where I am. I'm an in the middle guy. I'm okay being that way because I'm getting a lot done being an in the middle guy.
Yeah.
I go to work. I work for a company called Cardinal Health. I've been there for almost 20 years. That's pretty much it, man. I have a YouTube channel as well. It's called Lump Vision, where I talk about beards, tips, tricks, just share my journey and my passion for grooming, and especially beards. So that's it in a nutshell.
So I definitely have heard you say you're a middle guy, maybe your whole life. But I'm definitely have always been one of the people say, no, I don't see you like that, because you have that aura and good vibe about you that a lot of people don't have. I was talking to my homeboy the other day, and he was saying how being a good person is not the default, and a lot of my anguish and pain in my life has come because I always thought people were just supposed to be God. I thought people were supposed to be like you. And I quickly found in my life they're not. So no, I don't consider you ordinary. You have, take these flowers, my guy.
I appreciate it. I'll take them. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So what else did I want to say? It's a lot I want to say, actually. So you've been like this forever. I can actually recall in high school when you had the opportunity to act up with me and some of the hooligans, and a lot of the times you declined. Is there a reason like you were always kind of that mature, or did you just happen to be like that?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think, like I said, I was chasing my brother. I was trying to be that guy. When you step in the room, you're just going to be that guy and, be very savvy and be very good with words and just be that guy. And I realized through his death that I'm not that guy. I am the kind of guy that's okay being alone. I am the guy that's okay being in the corner, and not noticed. It's that. So I think it's partially the way God made me. Parenting, because my parents would put a foot in your ass if you didn't act right. Both of them. So it's parenting, and the biggest thing that I remember all the time is, I won't say the biggest thing, but I thought I was going to be a professional athlete. Hey, Lump, you want this drink? No, I can't. I'm gonna be a pro basketball player. You want to do this? No, I can't. I'm gonna be a pro basketball player. So my whole that were those things. It was all that stuff wrapped in to kind of humble me at an early age.
So let me ask you this: now that we're in our 30s, I don't think you're gonna make it to the NBA now.
Facts.
Hopefully you're there with me.
Hey, I've been there. Facts.
Any of those things you skip, like kind of when we were kids, do you ever like regret them, or are you like, yeah, I'm good?
No, I'm good because I still had a lot of fun, like watching you guys, like just, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just watching people be funny. Like it's like you know, you get a little silly. I'm like, yo, I'm having a good time just watching, and it's almost like parallel playing. I was there, but I was playing with you all, but kind of like from, you know,
I feel
from
you.
a distance.
So a lot of times people, when they tell me about my own children, they say, you're lucky you have good kids, but I don't like that because to me, it's like taking credit from myself and their mother as if we had nothing to do with it. Would you say your parents should get most of the credit for who you are, or were they lucky, or how would you think about it?
I wouldn't call it luck. Once again, I think it's a combination. Like, if you got a wild child, you have to find a way to. Everything to me is about trying to be in the middle. Don't be too high, don't be too low. Try to be even, you know? So if you have a child that's really low, they're made this way to be really low. You have to try to find a way to get them, you know, to that middle ground. Like if you have a child that's really wild, like my son, my 9-year-old, he's a freaking maniac. I got to find a way to bring him down in here just a little bit. It's okay. I want you to be you, but kind of try to bring it down just a little bit and be even. There's times to be excited, there's times to be down, but for the most part, it's all about trying to be here.
You know what? I think you hit it on the head with that. I think that's a very good way of thinking it, because I actually almost named this show something different, and the angle I was gonna go was and see if you can see how this kind of intertwines with what you're talking about. I see a lot of people taking compliments, right? And when they take the compliments, they feel good, and their chest comes out, they smile. But when they get the opposite of a compliment, which I suppose is a criticism, they're down and they slump and they can't take it. But my thought was, if you're going to take the compliment, you have to be able to take the criticism. So I think that's a little bit similar to what you're saying as far as you could have a quote unquote good child or a bad child, but it's not necessarily about good or bad or compliment or criticism. It's about being who you are and being able to walk that line of just knowing who you are, but not straying in neither direction too much. I think that's kind of
no, absolutely, because that stuff it should be momentary. Like you can't carry that compliment on with you for years. It's good. I won't say it should be momentary. It is momentary because you're not going to hear that stuff over and over and over. Good one, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, just gonna say, at the end of the day, it's perspective, because what is good and what is bad, and at the end of the day, at some point, you're probably gonna do something that someone's gonna call bad, or I'm probably gonna do something that someone calls bad, but you might see it as good and I might see it as good. So I don't think it's as much about getting caught up in being this way so much this, because everyone's always going to have something to say.
Absolutely.
I kind of took that one on a tangent, my bad.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
So you come from a basketball family, brothers, sisters. I even believe you have a nephew that's balling out right now. Where did the love of basketball start in your family? And as a second question to that, what is it about that sport that your family gravitates to? Don't be modest. Tell them about your family balling, because your family is a basketball. Your family is that family with it. So tell them.
All right. I can't pinpoint where it started outside of both my parents. From my knowledge, both of my parents were athletes. My father played basketball and baseball, and my mother, she ran track. So just athletics in general have been in my family. So to go to basketball, like I said, my father played football and basketball. He would tell us all the stories about how fast he was, and he was a knucklehead growing up, so he wasn't doing the right things, but he was still. I like to say, like, there was a story in Allen Iverson. They talked about he didn't work out all summer. He didn't work out, and when he's playing with Philly, they had to run it 2 miles. He didn't do anything. He was just hanging out, having a good time.
Right.
Coming 2 miles, he beats everybody in the 2 mile and then runs the last, if I'm not mistaken, runs the last 100 meters backwards.
Right.
Just to show his athleticism. So that's kind of like how I thought my father was, because he didn't really do anything. He was a knucklehead.
Yeah.
But when he got on the playing field, he was great.
Mm-hmm.
So just sports and basketball in general, it comes from my family. Like you said, my oldest brother's name is Donnell. He I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that he's the best player to come out of South Brunswick High School. He attended Rutgers University. He has the most points at our high school, and probably a bunch of other records I don't know about, but he was great, you know. And he went on to play Rutgers basketball. He played professional basketball. He played against guys like Lloyd Daniels and Anthony Mason and a bunch of other names. He played against some great players. My middle brother, I actually think my middle brother was the best, because, you know, best handles. Mm-hmm. He was pretty quick on his feet, you know, 6'5" in the middle. That, you know, I thought he was the best. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just sports in general. It has just been in our lives, and basketball happened to be the one that my father kind of made me play basketball. I wanted to play baseball. I thought I was better at baseball, but he said, look, it's going to be easier for you to get to school, get an education. It's easier with basketball. So I get it. So it kind of was like this push.
Well, I don't understand that. Why is it easier at basketball? I don't know anything about baseball, really.
There you go. That's why. See, the major sports, when you, like even high school, the major sports, football and basketball.
Yeah.
You didn't really see too many. I don't know how did you see a lot of fans on the field, soccer field?
For soccer, that's what I was about to say. For soccer, I would understand that. No, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
You know, same with baseball. You didn't see it was basketball and football. So
that
he put me into a position where the market is bigger. Yeah, you know, so
that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's really what that was about. So there is a love there, but there was also a push to play basketball.
Yo, you know what hurt me in high school? You know, I played soccer. I was pretty decent.
Oh yeah,
man, I was good.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say, because I was going to say you're really good. Absolutely.
I kick myself all the time, because in my 30s, when I pass a soccer field, my heart calls out for it. And I quit soccer in high school. But I quit because I don't want to say I was being a follower, but maybe I was being a follower. My friends weren't on the soccer team. Mm-hmm. And to what your dad was saying, soccer just wasn't big. And, my friends, like Ricky, like, the fellas, none of the fellas were on the soccer team, dog. Mm-hmm. So that shit was hard. And I think maybe if I was born in America, I would have been playing basketball and I would have been happy there. But because of what your dad was saying,
no doubt about it. Yeah, you could hoop too. I remember in 7th or 8th grade, you were the first one to win them 21 games out of the 7th graders. Because Ralph and them used to kick our butt all the time, and you were the first one to win a game of 21.
I don't necessarily remember that, but
I remember lunchtime. We sweaty as hell at lunch. We'd chow down and run to the gym, and you were the first one to win.
You know what? I don't know if that had anything to do with my basketball talent, but it probably had more to do with me just wanting to win. I just like to win.
You can't be trash. I don't see too many guys who aren't good at something winning. You gotta have some skills to win at something.
You're right, but this interview is about you. Thank you, though, brother.
Yes,
yo,
sir.
What would you say is the greatest overall lesson you learned from sports that you could pass down to the youth?
Once again, it's controlling your emotions. So it's a roller coaster the entire game, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever. Life, it's a roller coaster the entire time, and you have to learn how to manage your emotions. Stay in the middle. You make a bad play, you turn the ball over, you can't get all pissed off and kill yourself possibly for the rest of the game. You can't make a good play and be all crazy and have that try to hold on. You have a whole game to play, right. So be even, make mistakes, make great plays, all that stuff. Go hard, but don't get too down, don't get too high. Just stay in the middle and get it done.
Word, I like it. So I want to get into a song and then come back to the interview. This we have an artist of the week. Usually we have Broadway on Mondays for artist of the week. But he's not on today. And he usually chooses the artist of the week, but I chose the artist of the week this week. It's an artist out of North Carolina who goes by the name of Superstition, aka Cam Moy. I played his song in the beginning of the show. It's called Black Bodies. And I'm about to play another one of his joints right now. A story that I love, and I know you're a hip-hop guy. I'm not sure if you've ever heard this song. So after we play it, I want you to let me know what you think of Superstition and this song. Okay. And then we'll get back into the interview. When we get back into the interview, we're gonna get more into out of basketball and you on a personal level, dad life, your whole bearded villain, your YouTube channel. I want to talk about all that. Let the people know what you've been doing. So my name is Cymarshall Law. This is Darius, the Cymarshall Law Show. We'll be right back after this joint. It's called Superstition, Baby. Let's go.
Yo, I'm telling you, man.
Telling me what?
I got the hottest car on the block, period. Look at it, man. I got the fresh paint, the wood grain. Look at the wheels, nigga. That's chrome right there.
My shit is better, man.
Yeah, your shit's cool, but it ain't got the system like mine. My shit don't. This is my baby right here.
Oh, that's your baby?
This is my baby.
Tell you all a little
Cymarshall Law Show, let's go.
About falling in love with material things. Hey yo, we all infatuated with material things. It could be our rims, car, stereo and rings. As superior as it may seem, it's pointless how you cherish objects that hold no value. Life is something larger than what a store can sell. I know it all too well, I got a story to tell about a brother named Kamal. He was 20-something years young. The speakers in his car could pierce your eardrums. Kamal had a nice little Cadillac DeVille. He'd ride down the block to let cats look at the wheels. He fell in love with his car, and niggas noticed it, joked with him. Said he sprayed armor or more than deodorant. He just laughed and told him that the shit can't faze me. To jump back in his lap, which he nicknamed his baby. Kamal had a wife and 2 beautiful C's, but why he loved his car so much was ludicrous to me.
Running round, round like your world is gonna end. Gotta get that cash money, clothes, cars, rings and things. All you think about is getting more. What love you got, you ignore. Who is your real baby, baby? Who is your real baby, baby? You're running round, round like your world is gonna end. Gotta get that cash money, clothes, cars, rings and things. All you think about is getting more. What love you got, you ignore. Who is your real baby, baby? Who is your real baby, baby?
Kamal had a wife and 2 beautiful seeds, but why he loved his whip so much was ludicrous to me. His wife bitched at him every day, but he couldn't see it though. She said he loved his vehicle more than his 3-year-old. Sometimes I believed it when his family would get in it. He'd make them all take off their shoes just to sit in it. And nobody, including his wife, he had a set of keys. Don't ask him to drive, this brother used to get extreme. I mean, every last dime he put into his baby. Gave him more attention than he gave to his lady. He never changed, every day the same thing went on. Hooking up a car he couldn't half make the payments on. Wood grain TVs and 20-inch chrome. But his life made a turn that one day he went home. It was around 6 o'clock on a hot summer Friday. He saw his kids plaguing as he pulled up in the driveway.
You're running round, round like your world is gonna end. Gotta get that cash money, clothes, cars, rings and things. All you think about is getting more. What love you got, you ignore. Who is your real baby, baby? Who is your real baby, baby?
It was around 6 o'clock on a hot summer Friday. He saw his kids plaguing as he pulled up in the driveway. Kamal had somewhere to go, so he left his keys in it just to grab his gym bag. It wouldn't take 3 minutes. So he left the car running in front of his house, talking to his spouse. He was laughing and running his mouth. They carried on while the children played in the driveway. Then they heard a loud scream from outside. See, what happened was the oldest son jumped behind the wheel of his Cadillac DeVille while the 3-year-old was still in the driveway. He somehow put the car in reverse and backed up over the body of his little brother first. And the pressure from the car killed Kamal's son as soon as it touched. Is this the same fucking car that he loved so much? I know it sounds sad and crazy in the end, but he'll never call that car his baby again.
You're running round, round like your world is gonna end. Gotta get that cash money, clothes, cars, rings and things. All you think about is getting more. What love you got, you ignore. Who is your real baby, baby? Who
Yeah. Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. Yeah. So, Darius.
Yes, sir.
What did you think?
It was deep, man. Yeah, that's a hard one, hard pill to swallow, especially at the end. But it's priorities, man. You know, every which way in this song, priorities. You know, he had something that he loved so much that he really couldn't take care of. You know, couldn't make payments. He shined it up. You know, kind of dismissed his family. And next thing you know, something tragic happens with the vehicle, with the family, all that. It's just, that's deep.
Out of 5, what would you give it?
I like stories, and that was a great story. And so I'll give it a 4.7 out of 5.
Yo, that's a great score. That's a great score. Shout out to Superstition Cam Moy. Check that brother out. He's from North Carolina. Super dope. Just Google him. He has a lot of projects. Matter of fact, later on, I may even play a song that I have with him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Nah, you've heard him before, because if you've heard my Hip Hop in the Soul album, he was on the song Truth. Let me play a snippet right quick so you know. Have it right here. This song.
So consider this a PSA. This is hip hop life. Verbally blessed, cat.
That must sound familiar to you, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. No, I recognize it.
So yes. Back to the interview. So, where are we at? So recently, I see you've been down with a crew called the Bearded Villains.
Yeah.
Tell me all about that, because I don't know anything about it, but from the outside looking in, I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like you found a collective of brothers who are positive. They're definitely about grooming their beards, but beyond that, it seems like a brotherhood. But that's just from the outside looking in. But you tell me all about it. Where did they come from? Why'd you get down with them? What they're about? Just, put the people on.
Yeah, that you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what the Bearded Villains are. It is a brotherhood of men who, not in a way, but a lot of people were searching for something, some type of connection, a brotherhood through something that they lost. I lost that with sports. So that was a way into another brotherhood. That's something that I had a passion for. I have a passion for. That's essentially what it is. A brotherhood who are just out to do good things. A lot of people think that we're a charity organization. We are not a charity organization. We are a brotherhood that happens to do charity. But there are some things we have to follow, some guidelines for charity organizations, but it's the brotherhood first. It's about the guys. It's about picking each other up first. If you need something, we're there for you first, and then we handle the outside stuff.
Okay.
It started in 2014 by the president's name is Von Knox. He's out of California. I actually came into, and it's that look too, right? You see a bunch of guys with beards, tattoos, and all that. Most of the guys are in my circle aren't really corporate guys. You have tattoo artists, you have mechanics, you have all types of guys. There are corporate guys, but kind of looks like an MC, tough guys, whatever. But that's the barrier that we're trying to break. That the outside look, it doesn't have anything to do with the inside of our.
Right.
The inside is what we're trying to make people see. That we're good guys. I got into it because I was looking for a brotherhood, so, and I just happened to be a chapter close in Baltimore, and I live in Baltimore. So it just started going once I started inquiring information about it.
How did you hear about it for the first time though? Because you're the first time I've ever heard about it. So how did you even come across it?
Instagram. I was on Instagram scrolling, and there's a brother named Charles. He would hashtag Bearded Villains. I was like, that sounds cool. I like that. I didn't know it was a real organization. And then I just happened to come. I found the page. I followed the page, and there was an anniversary, and there was just a post about the anniversary. I asked the question, "How do you become a bearded villain?" And a brother named Zach, he sent me to a brother named Oasis, and it just, after I got in contact with Oasis, it just all happened pretty quickly after that.
So, do you have to have a beard to be a bearded villain?
Absolutely. There's a 4 centimeter minimum requirement to Yeah, man.
That's dope. Nah, I'm not laughing because
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking about my own joint.
Yeah, right.
I was like, they turned me all the way around.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do, like a lot of organizations probably would not allow you to wear their merch and gear and all that stuff, but we welcome supporters all day, any day. So the merch or whatever, you're all welcome to the merch because a lot of it, depending on what it's for, goes straight to a charity or whatever. Like if I wanted to raise something for Cymarshall, hey, I'm about whatever. Let's raise some money, sell a patch or whatever. Cymarshall gets whatever, $1,200, whatever the proceeds are. You get it.
I love that. Let's give it up for that. That's super dope. So has anyone ever come to you guys and said like, I can't grow a beard, but I want to be down? Because my beard game's trash, fam. If I let my joint grow out, I'd be the laughing stock.
Yeah. Like I said, we welcome supporters, man, especially, Chesapeake Bay bearded villains is who I represent. We take in supporters all day, any day.
Word. I love it. So moving right along, I want to get into your beard grooming products that you've been reviewing. Tell people, about your YouTube channel and just everything you've been doing on your YouTube channel. And also, I want to know, what is your favorite beard grooming products for the guys out there that have beards that might want to, school them, D.
Okay, that last question is super tough, but yeah, I think you kind of messed me up right there. What was the first question?
I just want you to talk about, I know you have a YouTube channel, so I want people to be able to find your YouTube channel, kind of talk about what you do on there. And
Okay. So the YouTube channel is Lump Vision, LumpVision, LumpVision, and I'm all 98% of my channel is about beard tips, tricks, reviews. Like I said, my journey. So I guess you can call it like a vlog type style videos. And my objective is to help you and teach you about things that I didn't know. And, because it's just like anything else. Like you get involved with something, you think you just go ahead and jump into it and everything will be great. And that's not how it works.
Right.
I didn't realize that your face and your beard needed grooming, just like the top of your head. You brush your hair, you got the wave spinning, you know what I'm saying? You put whatever you put in it, you brush your hair, you wash it, you condition it, you do all that stuff. It's the same with your beard. You have to take care of your beard and your skin, especially because the hair grows out of your skin, right? It's like a plant. Excuse
Facts.
me. You got to take care of the skin, which this stuff is dead, really. So you got to take care of it, take care of the skin. So when it sprouts out, it's not all dry and crunchy and all that good stuff. So, black men, we got curly hair, it's susceptible to drying and breaking off and all that. You got to take care of that. And you gotta stay on it,
Word. So if I were to grow a beard right now, and if I could, hypothetically, what would be a beard grooming product that I might use to make my beard lush? Like, what can I use?
Beard oil is the most versatile product. It's not my favorite product, but it's the most versatile because you can use it from the very beginning to when it gets to something similar like mine, because the objective is to get the products. It's all plant-based stuff. So it's all plant-based, and all that plant-based stuff has stuff in it to nourish your beard, to help with, any type of fungus possibly growing, stuff like that. So
it's called beard oil?
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's beard oil, there's beard butter, there's beard balm.
Are there different types of oil for like do white people use the same beard oil as black people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
But some when it comes to like anything else, some things do work better for hair textures. Right. That's why beard oil is not my favorite. Beard butter is actually my favorite. It's a shea butter based product. And then it has other butters, coconut butter. Some people use cocoa butter. I don't even know what cocoa butter is, to be honest, but it's another plant-based natural product, and people make however blend they want to blend it. Some contain beeswax, however you want to blend it. beard butter actually works better for my beard.
Word. If I ever get a chance to grow a beard, I'm gonna holler at you first.
I appreciate it.
So let's get into some more things. Running short on time, and I want to get through the news as well. See what you think about a few things. So I want to jump down. We kind of covered a few things over here. But off top, is there anything you want to discuss and let the people know about yourself that they might not know, that they, you just want to get across to the people? What's something about Darius they might not know, or something you just want to tell them?
That's a tough one, to be honest. Not really, man. I'm just, like I said, just like pretty much most people running around, man. I'm running through it, trying to figure it out day by day, just like everybody else, man.
How do you stay sane during the pandemic? Because a lot of people been going crazy. The bearded villains probably help you out?
No, because, well, not person to person, but we talk on a daily basis. We have a chat room that has a gazillion different chats and whatever, so we can communicate on a daily basis. And of course, phone numbers and all that. But I was going to work every day. I work, I work in the receiving department of a large warehouse, 345 square foot warehouse. So hospitals never close. So I was working. Gotcha. I worked the entire time.
Gotcha. That's what's up. So you were actually able to go into work, because I was at home with the family, like coming in here while I was trying to work, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I figured it out.
Yeah.
So I want to get into the lightning round, and which means I'm going to ask you two things. Like I might say air or water, and you just pick air or water. And you can go for longer if you want, but it's really like quick answers. Like I say, this, and then you say, and then after the lightning round, I want to get into a quick song, or not, maybe not. And then I want to get into the news, see what you think about a lot of the news subjects that I have. So here we go, lightning round. Let me change the beat for this. Okay, here we go, lightning round. Darius, juicy fruit or winter fresh?
Winter fresh.
LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Batman or Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Dave Chappelle or Richard Pryor?
Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Mother-in-law or father-in-law?
Both.
Good answer. Listen, Al Bundy or Cliff Huxtable?
Oh my goodness. I'm going Cliff Huxtable.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
Oh my goodness, man. Martin.
Dax or Joyner Lucas?
Joyner Lucas.
Favorite book?
I'll go with The Winter Within.
The Winter Within?
The Winter Within by Pat Riley. I didn't read many, but that was the first one I ever finished.
Favorite movie?
The Lion King.
Dope. The real one or the cartoon?
The real one.
Oh, for real?
I'm sorry. The cartoon, the one from the 90s, like the original. Like.
Okay. Dope. Good stuff. I love those answers. I gave you a few hard ones, man.
Yeah.
My bad. There are two back to back that I hit you with. Oh man. So yeah, I want to get into the news of the day. I don't necessarily have to. Maybe I'll play a song on the way out. But there's a few news articles that I had written down yesterday that I was like, damn, some crazy ass news. Let me ask you if you heard about any of this stuff, Dean. Number one thing I heard about. Well, I want to say number one, but the first thing that I want to talk about that I heard. Did you hear that Hawks legend Dominique Wilkins says he was turned away from an Atlanta restaurant because of his race?
I did not hear that.
Come on, Atlanta?
Yeah, that's...
Come on,
and
Atlanta.
it's Atlanta.
Come on, Atlanta. I feel like finding the name of the restaurant to put them on blast. I should have found it. But you know what? I'm gonna leave them alone. Yo, Atlanta, you gotta let Dominique in, man. What type of come on.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
And you know, I read the article and they said it was Dominique wasn't wearing the right dress attire. And you know, Dominique said he was. He said he was in designer sweatsuits. Maybe they didn't want sweatsuits, but there are just some people you should just kind of. It's Atlanta, and he's Dominique. Like he should be able.
Absolutely.
Man should be able to wear a trash bag in there.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Next, I saw that Manny Pacquiao will return to the ring against Errol Spence. What do you think about this?
I think it's a point where guys are having a hard time letting go. And it's dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. You better be on it. You know, I just think just let it go. You had everybody, you had the whole Philippines on your back. Everybody in the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao, we know who you are. You're a worldwide guy. Just like you said, take your flowers, go chill out, let these guys do their thing.
Yo, you think Manny's hard up for bread right now? You think he's...
Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, but I don't know. Unless he really squandered his money, which is a strong possibility.
Do you think that he's a hard-headed dude and there's nobody in his circle like you or I that is like, fam, you might not want to do this? Have you seen the way Errol Spence is moving nowadays?
Yeah, I would have to say so. Yeah, because my guess is that people are on his team saying this is not a good idea, but for whatever reason, he's just not bending.
That's messed up, man. Because I'm a hard-headed dude, and sometimes people say I will not listen, and I'll be like, yeah, I will, but maybe I don't.
I think most of us, once we have our mind made, there's going to be very little to pull us away from, because it turns into a pride thing, especially being a man. You're super prideful. Somebody's telling you can't do something. You're like, I can.
I can't stand hearing the word I can't. If you want to get me to do something, tell me that I can't. Facts.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man. What else I got here? Shout out to Manny and Errol, both be safe, because wasn't Errol in a car accident like last year?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm pretty sure. So hope them brothers is both safe. So I recently saw yesterday before the games, I read that Charles Barkley said the NBA ain't got the balls to suspend LeBron James for attending the tequila event. I don't know if you heard about that.
I did hear about that.
So I was thinking I didn't know if they were gonna suspend him or not, but according to Charles, the shit was funny, and then I waited for the game. Now obviously LeBron was out there balling. Do you think LeBron should have been able to play? What do you think about that?
To me, there's always going to be some sort of gray area. Rules aren't always the rules. Sometimes there are exceptions made for, let's just say, Dominique Wilkins. Like, we both agree that this is Dominique. Alrighty, you got to let Dominique in. You can't not let LeBron play. LeBron has to play. Like, on the business side, he has to play. On
the business side, but what if like LeBron had contracted COVID from someone and then brought it to the rest of the league?
Oh, I get it, but that's the risk that they're willing to take for their product. LeBron has to be out there. Like,
I guess that's the part that I don't like, because the product ends up being the NBA players.
No, I agree. I agree that when morally and ethically, it's not the right thing to do, but business wise, it's absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah. What a world we live in. Yeah. What else do I got here? But yeah, did they even win? Did the Sun? I can't.
No, they lost. The Suns won 99-90, if I'm not mistaken.
How about them Suns, man?
Yeah.
Jeez. How about them Grizzlies too? Sheesh.
Wow. That was a big one right there.
That boy John Moran. I love some John Morant, man.
Yeah, and you were the first one to really like I knew who he was, but when we were talking, I think we were talking about Rookie of the Year or something. You were like John Moran. I was like, let me check this dude out. He's a beast.
Yeah, he's the one. He looked at Steph Curry in the eye and did not shudder, didn't stumble, nothing. Mm-hmm. He was a veteran too. I was like, this dude is beyond his years.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Marvel's Kevin Feige says that whitewashing Doctor Strange role was a mistake. Did you see Doctor Strange?
I did, but I'm not a huge Marvel guy.
It's okay. So... You don't necessarily need to be. So there's a character in that movie called the Ancient One. The Ancient One in the comic books is older Asian guy, like, you know, how you kind of might imagine the ancient one to be. And they made they gave the role to, I forget the name of the actress, but it's a white woman. But Marvel did come out recently and say that they dropped the ball on that one, and they wish they would have cast someone who was more closer ethnically to the role. I think that's cool that they came out and said that, because a lot of times I feel like I see whitewashing and nobody says anything. So for Marvel to be like, yo, we kind of dropped the ball on that one, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What else?
Which happens quite a bit. The whitewashing happens quite a bit. So. Oh yeah.
How they gonna make The Last Samurai Tom Cruise? Come on, son.
That's the first thing I thought about was The Last Samurai. First thing that came to my head. Yeah.
Oh man. Moving right along. Method Man's new company is producing How High 3. The Wu-Tang rapper started 6 a.m. with his manager Sean Agar. 6 a.m. is Method Man's production company. I think that's dope. What do you think about the boy Meth? And his not what you think about him, but his growth since we've known him, because we've known him for a long time.
Yeah, it's always good to branch off, because I am sort of not that person. Like, I get comfortable and doing other things. It scares me. So a lot of times I don't like coming on this show. I knew this day was going to happen. I'm like, initially I'm like, no, I don't want to do it, but I knew it was going to happen. I'm like, this is my guy Cymar. I got to get on the show. I got to not be afraid and branch off and do the show. So I think it's great that he's doing it.
Dope. So moving right along, that's some good news. Also good news, I usually do good news of the day. 50 Cent announces that he has a HISD program to help Houston high schoolers with scholarships. So shout out to 50 Cent. People always talking shit about 50 because he's always in a lot of things, but if you really look at what 50's doing, he's helping out a lot of people in a lot of different places.
Yes.
So I appreciate the brother 50. And then lastly, this is not necessarily like high news, but what do you think about the brother Kwame Brown?
Oh,
he's been having me laughing for like a week straight.
Yeah, you ain't lying. He's got a lot of, from what I can tell, a lot of pent up frustrations and things that he's just been, and he's just been going. He's got a platform. He's like, look, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna tell you what my truth is. You want to keep talking about me? I'm gonna tell you about me, and I'm gonna tell you about you.
Right.
Yeah.
Just two more things I got. One, I want to give a shout out, or not a shout out, send prayers and love to the people out in the Congos. Mount Nyiragongo, a volcanic mountain overlooking the city of Goma in eastern DRC, is currently in eruption. Residents who live near the area have been told to evacuate. The last time the volcano erupted was in 2002, and it wreaked havoc. Right now, Nyango's last eruption was in 2002. 250 people were killed and 120,000 left homeless. So right now, this volcano erupted in the Congos, and the people, I saw some videos. I'm seeing the volcano run through the city and burn down houses, people
That's
running
insane.
out of there. So yeah, the world is just like, a lot of things are happening on so many levels right now.
Yeah, man.
Lastly, I just want to give a shout out to Simone Biles. Over the weekend, I suppose, she became the first woman in history to land a Yurchenko double pike in competition. I can barely pronounce it, but when I saw her do this flip, I was amazed.
Yeah, she's amazing. Anyway, so
yeah, man. I think that just about wraps up the show. Was there anything else you wanted to tell the people before we kind of get out of here?
no, not necessarily. Just it's hard for me to do, but make sure you're all tuned into the Cymarshall Law show at 6 a.m. Man, if you can. I catch whatever I can. When you drop the videos on YouTube, I catch whatever I can. But y'all early risers, check it out. Cymarshall Law.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Let me give you some round of applause for coming through to the show. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, brother. So I like to end out with my quote of the day. And since the show was How You Lose to Win, the quote of the day is by Serena Williams, one of the greatest competitors in the universe. Serena's quote goes a little something like this. I've grown the most not from victories, but setbacks. If winning is God's reward, then losing is how he teaches us. Serena Williams. My name is Cymarshall Law. That's Darius Lumpkin. This has been episode 81 of the Cymarshall Law Show. I hope y'all have a great week. Thank you for coming through. Peace, love, and positive energy, and we are out like that.